Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of your pronunciation workshop. This is AG Languages, and we're very happy to have you here with us. Are you ready? I hope so. So, my friends, as usual, we have this question: what's today's class about? The topic is going to be hidden under this phonetic transcription. Who can help me with the phonetic transcription? Okay, Fatima, please go ahead.
Stressed out.
There you go. That's the topic. Thank you very much. Stressed out. Awesome. Thank you very much, Fatima. All right. So, my friends, what are we going to do today? We're going to see some clusters. Okay. As you can tell, this is class number 14, and we're going to study the H sound and some clusters, which are combinations with different consonants. Okay. What are we going to see? As usual, we need our consonant chart. So we know the points of articulation where the sound happens. We need our chart with voiced and voiceless consonants. We're going to use this paragraph to get some samples. We have our statements, our questions, and our tongue twisters. Okay, let's talk about stressed out. Okay, let's say, okay, I'm going to read the paragraph. It says, there are several different types of stress, and not all of them are necessarily unhealthy. Acute stress is one of the least damaging types of stress, which is good because it is also the most common type. We experience acute stress multiple times throughout the day. Acute stress is short-term or temporary stress. It is defined as the fight or flight response to an immediate threat. People with episodic acute stress are stressed so frequently that their lives always seem to be in crisis. Ongoing stressful situations produce chronic stress. The fight or flight response should be suppressed. Okay, so we're going to get our samples from this paragraph. See? And that's what we're going to see. Also, we have this sounds here, the clusters, right? The combinations. For example, here we have there are, and then different types, stress, not all of them, damaging types, and it is defined. So take a look at this last one. And this one, and this one here, all of, this one, stress. This one, we need to make it longer. Different types. And then this one, rar. There are. Okay. So fight or flight. That's another sample. Fight or flight. This one here. Immediate threat. Immediate threat. So T and then TH. Immediate threat. Stressed. Then there lives always. There lives always. Should be suppressed. Those are the samples. This is again class number 14, and we're going to talk about these clusters in the H sound. Where does the sound happen? It is a glottal sound. It is a voiceless sound in a fricative, and it happens here, in the glottis, the vocal cords. It's like when you are breathing, something like that. Okay, that's the point of articulation. You're going to find this consonant in words like house, house. Let's talk about dropping a consonant and consonant clusters. We have the H, and here it says it's a soft sound, like deep breathing. It's produced by air going through the vocal cords. The sound should not sound noisy. It's not pronounced at the back of the mouth. So something to take into account. Something else to take into account is this. In some words, the letter H is never pronounced. In other words, or in others, it's always pronounced. These rules will help you decide when to pronounce H. The H sound is never pronounced in these words. Most of them came into English from French, Norman French to be more precise. Our, honored, air, honest, vehement, exhibition. Number two, the letter H is pronounced in most other words. Heavy, hard, humorous, however. And number three, WH is pronounced H in these words. Whole, holy, who, whom, and whose. Okay, when do we drop the H? H is often dropped in pronouns and auxiliary verbs when these words occurred inside a sentence. The pronoun or auxiliary verb joins closely with the preceding word. So, for example, what did he do becomes, what did he do? What did he do? He do. Why do we drop the H and we get, what did he do? What's her name? What's her name becomes, what's her name? Where has he gone? Where has he gone? Becomes, where is he gone? Where is he gone? Okay, we are dropping the H sound. If it's difficult for you to join the words together, you can pronounce H and pronouns and auxiliary verbs. So it's not mandatory, but it would be really good for you to do that. So do not drop the H. When are we not supposed to drop the H? Pronounce H in pronouns and auxiliary verbs when they begin a sentence or occur before a pause. At the beginning of a sentence, he's there. No, he's there. Because it is at the beginning. He's there. If we pause, we don't say her name, but her. Her name. Okay, her name is Marty. All right, let's talk about consonant clusters. Consonant clusters are groups of consonant sounds. Clusters are at the beginning of words and syllables, may contain 2 or 3 consonants. Like for example, here we have 2, flight, there's 2. Here we have 3, stress, 1 through 3. And here again, 2, flict, conflict. And here, strain, restrain. So clusters, groups of consonants. Number 1, clusters with R and L. The first one, brain, B and brain, crush, flood, addressed, applaud. Clusters with sound, stop, splash, spring, despite, square. Clusters with W, between, quiet. So example A, the W sound is sometimes spelled U, language. And B, the most common cluster, KW, is usually spelled QU, like in or as in quiet. Clusters with E, sound, is usually spelled in U in clusters acute, regular, popular, vocabulary, onion. Number 5, rare clusters, shrink with integral, and E, shrink, fear, and thwart. All right. So let's take a look at this. It says, don't separate the consonants in a cluster with a vowel sound or add a vowel to the beginning of a word. Adding a vowel to create a different word. So it says consonant cluster, dress. If we separate with a vowel, it says dress. And if we add a vowel at the beginning, it sounds address, right? So it changes the whole meaning of the word. We do that in Spanish, and there are other languages that do this as well. Like, for example, in Japanese, instead of saying a bus, they say basu. Instead of saying beer, biru, salad, sarada, um, ice cream, ice creamu, fried, or alcohol, arcohuru. So they add vowels because they need them. Spanish is a little bit like that. That's why you have words like sports, and people with a Spanish background would say something like esports with a E, esports, which is not the right way to do this. Sports, support, and a sport. All right. So let's talk about ending consonant clusters. Consonant clusters occurred at the end of many words and syllables in English. When you speak, pay attention to the end of words. Final consonants are an important part of clear, fluent speech. The next bullet point says grammatical endings can create large consonant clusters. Be sure that you pronounce grammatical endings. Grammatical endings are never dropped or simplified. For example, let's take a look at this consonant cluster. Irk, work, work, ult, belt, x, mix. But the grammatical ending, irked, worked, worked. This one here, ult, belt. And this one, kst, mixed. All right, do not drop the ending. Okay, the pronunciation, we're going to talk about joining sounds, and the pronunciation of final consonants depends on the sound that follows. And number one, it says final consonant plus a vowel. Join the final consonant clearly to the vowel, like here, worked out. We join the consonant to the vowel, worked out. Do not omit the ending, worked out. Ask a question. Number two, final consonant plus same consonant. Pronounce one long consonant. Music class. Help people. Both theaters. Just elongate the consonant. Number three, a final consonant plus different consonant. Don't pronounce the final consonant strongly. Say the next word immediately. Like van, wife's club, he lives there, that way. And finally, we have the different combinations, consonant plus vowel, musica word, a heart attack, a heart article, scrambled eggs, and then consonant plus same consonant, make it longer. Big, it's not big, big girl, help people. The fourth thing, hum music, and then consonant plus consonant. Fast food, he takes charge, a wish list, and finally life goals. So, dear friends, if you want to know more about these and other topics, please visit us at aglanguages.com. You can follow us on YouTube as well. You can leave a comment there. We are on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram as well. If you join us, you can have access to our teachers from Spanish-speaking countries and English-speaking countries.